All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Mountain Bash 200 this weekend, Friday night, right before the 4th of July. So some people would call it Freedom Fest, some would call it the Mountain Bash. We're doing 200 miles, we're doing 200 miles tonight at Auto Club out in Southern California. I'm currently in the process of trying to load everything up, get everything in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that introduction video that we have going on now. I am learning new things with OBS and also with my streaming and whatnot. If you are watching on Twitch, it does say that I am live, but it says that it's unstable. So I don't know what's going on there. Could be the bit frame or bit rate is off and whatnot. Y'all may be seeing a black screen. I am trying to get this fixed and get it up and running for you currently. However, I don't know what's going on, but it will do the replay here in just a minute. So we are loading up the session as of right now. There's the session start. I can tell you, let's see. Need that and that. All right. So some of the drivers are getting out and on the course currently. I'll go ahead and turn that on so that y'all can see. I got that. I'm trying to get it fixed. I may have to restart Twitch. So give me just a second. Let me see if that's the problem. I might have to just shut down and restart the Twitch one, but I'm not sure. So it's currently reading stream info failed to update. Oops. Content label. I don't have any content reasons for that. There is no reason for any of that, so let's see. Let's see if I can get it to work here. But let's go racing. All right. Well, what I'm going to do... Oh, you can see it now? Okay. No, I don't want to... All right, so it is streaming over on Twitch now. That is good to know. I appreciate you letting me know, Colton. So, as it stands right now, we have 7 drivers out on the track. We're looking at each of the drivers. I gotta make sure my trading paints is up to date, because that's one of the things that we have to stay on top of. And I did have it downloaded earlier, but I closed out, so I'm re-downloading it to make sure all paint schemes are current and are up to date. So we'll be watching for all this. We have roughly 200 laps tonight going on. Or correction, not 200 laps, 200 miles at a 2-mile track. So we're doing 100 laps tonight. The stage breaks I've got to get in touch with, but I believe the stage breaks are going to be 35, 70, and then finish out the track. So hang on one second, let me double check and make sure that's true. Discord. Because the gentleman that usually is running it is not running it tonight. So let me go hill and hill. Pop in for the general question. Gentlemen, hold on, something's not right with my headset. I can't. Headphones, right? Hello, hello. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, the tonight's race, did he ever put out what the stage breaks would be?
Lap 30 and 65.
30 and 65, then finish out the race. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. I appreciate it. Let's see. Going back to the broadcast booth.
All right.
All right. So we have lap 30 and lap 65 for the race count tonight. That'll be where the stage breaks are. I'm going to see if I can break down the stage breaks in my Discord overlays. Let's see. 30. $65, so 45. 40 laps to go. We'll do the countdown at 40 laps to go. Because I haven't learned how to do stage brakes yet. And I know I should get on top of that and learn that stuff, but it's been a little bit. So, but as it stands right now, we have Mr. Tyrone Yo in the number 2 car out here running around tonight, showing everybody his good-looking self. He designed the color of this car for himself and everything. He went in, created the paints. I think he said it was because he was doing it for his work. So I'm not entirely sure how that works, but then we have a new driver tonight by the name of Michael Boone. Mr. Boone is driving the number 5 Chevrolet from Hey Dude. And everything you see about him is everything I know about him. So we'll be learning a lot about him tonight ourselves. I got to go up here and put him into my scorecard. And update him to where we have 22. Next we have Mr. Gregory Robinson. Good old Smokey Robinson in the number 3 Goodwrench from Sault Ste. Marie. We just did a memorial run for his sister back on June 17th. And that will be an annual event that we will be doing every year as long as possible. So it's all proceeds and everything go to the scholarship for his sister. She was unfortunately involved as a bystander in a high-speed police chase, and during that process she was killed. So but as it stands right now, Mr. Robinson is doing his best to try to be the fastest car out on the track. Next up will be Brandon Barrier in the number 9 car. I can't tell what the paint job is on his. It should be the 85. Why is it showing 9? Yeah, the top of the car is showing a 9. So, that yellow car that we see tonight, that is the 85, not the number 9. The number 9 belongs to Justin Smith. And we'll go ahead and show y'all. Oops, wrong one. We'll show you Mr. Brandon Barrier there. But his car will be the 85 tonight. He's from Eden, North Carolina. A good old southern boy like myself. Now we have Tommy Ozzy Osborne in the number 1 from East Lynn, West Virginia. He's driving the Night Owl Sewing car. It's blue and black. His partner, Larry Stubblefield, is driving the white and black. But I don't know if Larry will be in tonight or if he's going to be taking a few minutes and enjoying this weekend off. So, let's see. We've got Mr. Boone, Mr. Barrier, Mr. Yo. Oh! Who the hell is Slim? I know him. I just can't think of his name right off the top of my head. Hang on. Let me see who it is. I know it. I know it. It will take me a second. It's not James. Yeah, I guess it is James Bowden. I could be mistaken, but I believe Slim is James Bowden in the number 53. Let me pull up his car record and we'll take a look. So we have 22 drivers total in the series. Now, of the 22 drivers, I am one of the drivers, but I have retired on Friday nights to be the broadcaster to help boost the league's standings and everything. So, with that being said, I'm going to be checking 53. James Bowden. Yeah, I believe that's him. So, as I was...
Hey, Mark, did you post a link to the broadcast?
I can. Where do you want it posted at? It's in the Facebook, but it's also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Oh. Hang on. I'm talking to myself because he didn't jump up here.
Discord channel's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So you need the link to which one?
I guess YouTube. Whatever you want. Just something my son can watch. He was asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll put the link up now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. Hey, is James Bowden Slim?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I was making
And we do have 2 or 3 new guys in here. We got a Michael Boone,
Yep.
Sean Horlander.
Okay.
Good luck on the 3rd guy if he shows up. It's Michael Kurtzselek? I don't know how to say his last name.
Hey.
Haven't asked him yet.
What?
But we'll figure it out if he shows up. I'll let you know.
The Wagner group.
Yep. Colton's still in here? Nope.
No, he hadn't cussed me out yet. He's not here.
Okay.
Hasn't shown up yet.
You better be ready.
Well, I was trying to see if Colton was here or not because what I was trying to do. Okay. I was making sure because he was watching on Twitch, and I'm trying to make sure that he can see what I'm doing still. So, okay. YouTube. And I'll send y'all the link. So, roughly how many guys do you think we will have tonight racing?
12 to 15.
Yeah, probably around 15 if we're lucky.
Okay.
Let's get a couple more guys.
I got 22 listed as being...
Right.
I got 22 drivers listed for the entire league, so... And I'm...
If we get 15, that's reasonable.
Alexa, stop. Oh, that ain't Alexa. That's fucking YouTube.
Mudslide. Brought to you by Alexa.
I'm like, why the fuck am I hearing myself now?
Oh, maybe that might be.
And it was my YouTube channel back there in the background. Because I just sent the link. It's in the Cup General.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. So,
Oh, that was way late. Ooh, that's bad.
all right. So, do y'all feel that this track is going to be giving y'all a hard time tonight?
No,
No, it's
it's
gonna get
easy.
faster. It's gonna get faster.
It's gonna get funner to drive the more they wear the tire out.
Well, what was this I was seeing about somebody wanting to put Pocono settings on Auto Club?
Brandon was being a smart ass because he didn't like our
Coda.
choices last week.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Hey, they didn't listen to my suggestion and put Bristol setup so we could all blow our engines in the first lap.
That sounds more reasonable.
Why would you want to do
There's
that?
Mr. Smartass. What's up, Brandon? Did you like my little thing I sent you?
I laughed at it, I think.
That was pretty funny.
It was.
James just laughed at his own joke harder than everybody else. laughed
Yep,
at him.
everybody else was like,
I only sent it to Brandon. Y'all didn't see it.
Ha ha.
nobody
Brandon's
else.
not gonna laugh at it because I was insulting him.
No, nobody else was carrying.
Oh, now
That
it's
sounds funny to me.
I called you a jackass. How is that not an insult? Or a smartass? I'm sorry. How is that not an insult?
He called you
Hey,
two names in
called
the
me
same
Hulk.
sentence.
You're a turd.
I know.
He's a turd, huh?
He's a turd.
All right.
Still fun.
So
big
we
turd.
got Greg, Michael, Tommy.
Well, if I'm
Justin.
gonna be a turd, I'd rather be the big one.
Oh,
There
hey,
you go.
You're my
Brandon.
favorite turd. I'd never crap you.
Brandon, since you are in here right now, your car is reading the number 9, and my
I'm fixing it.
okay. Just letting you know because I know it's the 85, but
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
okay. It was showing up in all the screens as being number 9, and
Yeah, it's a custom paint, and I didn't change it, so I'm working on it.
okay.
He
Just-
said, "I don't care about your numbers."
I just letting you know, and hopefully it was getting
It says 9.
it was saying 9.
You
Oh,
have two
Justin's
9.
number 9.
I'm
Yeah.
working on fixing it right now.
It's showing 85 on the relative.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the relative it's 85, but the skin is showing 9. So
Alright, give me a few minutes, so it should refresh it in a little bit here.
okay,
Oh, I say we just boot him.
Yeah,
Kick-
booty.
kick him out. So
Do what you want, I don't care.
he steals all the fun out of it.
I feel like he's still salty about the smartass comment.
No.
Not at all, huh?
I can say something funny.
Say it.
Too nice.
Say it, I don't care. Say
I'll
it.
hold on to it. I'll hold on to it.
Okay,
That one under his cap.
so Tyler Nelson of the Nelson clan is telling his dad to go 75.
Yeah, you're going to need to go a little faster than that.
Yeah. He's got to go faster than 75 on this speedway.
No, Larry took the top time. That's what he's talking about.
So,
What's it feel like, Tommy? You just not get in here?
Yeah.
I'm starting to say I don't see you in the top 7.
did
I suck at this track.
God damn, I wish the soundboard would work.
Isn't that basically your go-to sentence every week? You say you suck at this track, but then you finish in the top 5.
Yeah,
He-
you said you sucked
yeah.
at Dover too, hand you your ass.
Yeah, he handed everybody their ass.
If you didn't remember, if you watched the video, you seen Tommy door me.
Bow. Have a nice trip.
Sponsor pays the faster car for more money. So
Oh,
after.
is that what it is?
Yep.
And so how much is the negotiating contract starting at?
About negative 30 grand so far for me.
I got to pay him.
Oh, you had to pay him to get into the sponsor?
That's how it works.
You crashed me? Gosh.
Broke dick racing.
I think it's not we're military, but we're not really Navy SEALs. We're kind of MEAL Team 6.
The mill team 6, huh?
Slim thought it was funny.
I did too. Cause I'll be honest, my stomach is a lot bigger than it was whenever I was in the army. So
Oh yeah, you just wait till the Russians invade. They're gonna see the fattest fuck just come hand their ass. to it.
yep.
We might not be able to run, but that Silverado will solve that problem.
Yeah, we sit on him.
I'd rather be big than 3 foot tall trying to invade America like China's been doing.
Oh yeah. So,
Submarines are big and slow, but they'll fuck you up, so it's alright.
yeah, well,
Fuck you, James.
there he is.
God
There
damn
he
it,
is.
Tommy.
But he ain't even in here.
Wrong again.
I'm looking at the scorecard. You are not in the session yet.
I'm loading
closed,
in,
pizza
motherfucker.
boy. Go find a new way home. That's the best line of Fast and Furious.
Don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
It's where they're street racing that pizza guy wanting to go through. Road closed, pizza boy. Find a new way home.
I think I saw Mr. Atlanta's in here. Is he not in the Discord?
Oh, Tommy. Oh, Tommy.
Mr.
Oh,
Atlanta.
Yeah, Mr. Atlanta.
Who would that be?
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
He's not in the.
Boom.
I don't think he's in the Discord.
God damn it, James, you have one.
Somebody holler at him and tell him to get in. Come to the Discord if you're in here.
I don't think he's been invited.
I didn't even
Oh,
remember
no, he
what
is.
button it was.
James.
Customer service sucks.
Attention, Kmart shoppers.
Go into Discord. For a blue light special.
Ugh.
Found the sweet spot.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know
not
what
doing
that
that
is, but I
one.
don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of any blue light specials here. Not,
Oh,
nope, nope,
Red
nope.
light specials are amazing.
I remember whenever I used to love going to Kmart when I was a kid, and all I can remember is like it feels like there's been a big fight in there, but everybody left, and then you walk in. That's what it felt the whole time.
I get
Seems
that
like-
actually.
Yeah, it just seems like shit's just not right where it's supposed to be, and everybody's kind of on edge, and
Yeah,
the
it's
lights
like,
are super yellow.
like hostages in the back.
Yeah. They used to have a CC's Pizza. No, it was
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Caesars. Little Caesars in there. Man, you want to talk about cardboard fucking pizza in the 90s.
I said it was hot and ready. It didn't have to be good.
It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be fresh.
Boone. God damn it, I've been calling you for like 5 minutes.
I was listening to the CC Pizza commercial. I found you over here.
Yeah.
God damn it, Tommy. I've been trying to catch you for 10 laps.
Where'd you go?
Parked on the back strips. I'm coming to the pit road with you.
Okay.
He's like a.
Oops. I'm
Alright,
here.
Mark. I'm getting ready to head out, but
I'll
Yeah.
follow you.
I'm out. All right, so we listened to some of the drivers there as we were talking about the Mountain Bash 200, and you heard some of these guys talking about how fun they think it'll be tonight. So we're currently just running through, taking a look at all the drivers and all the cars. We currently have 11 cars out on the track, including Mr. Lanford, who is just now loading into the session. We should have a couple of, well, we do have two new ones, Michael Boone and Sean Horlander. I hope that's how he says it. If not, oh well, I screwed it up. I didn't mean to. You can see the gentlemen are getting ready for a pit party as they going around the track. Let's see. Oh. Hit the caps lock button. So we're having a... Oh, hold on. these gentlemen, Alexa, stop. These gentlemen are getting ready for their little pit party. Going out, having a good time. Let's see, go to the channel. Control C. Trying to see if the stream is still working over on Twitch. It looks like it is, but I'm not for sure. For y'all watching at home, say again? He said something to me. I gotta see what he said.
Look at him. He ain't playing around.
Colton, what'd you say?
Ooh, cold.
I said refresh your paints. I'm sorry. Larry.
Okay.
All right. Hold on to it. Hold on to it.
So, they want me to refresh my paint scheme, get everything up to date. Not sure which paint scheme is out of date, but here we go. Trading paints, trading paints. We're gonna download the trading paints, and that should update all the paint schemes one more time. All files are up to date. Go here, close this out, hit the Control R. Got 27 minutes left of the race. Oh, look at that. Some of these cars, their paint schemes are changing like crazy. Looking at Mr. Kenneth Pack in a white, red, and black Chevy Camaro tonight. Oh, there it went. Changed back to something else. Let's go take a look at Colton. Or Michael Boone. Nope. Mr. Boone has not changed his paint scheme. So our leader is still Mr. Larry Stubblefield, as he's putting down track times of roughly 40.34 seconds around the track. The nearest person behind him is Slim at 40.57 with his fastest track time around the track, and he's tied Mr. Tommy Osborne. So we've got a couple of people fighting it out, and they are literally neck and neck going around the track. Now, going into the point season, this is week 12. At week 15, we will start doing our playoff rounds, and going from, if we have them, 16 drivers down to the top one driver. But if we do not have 16 drivers, then we'll go from 12 down. So hopefully we have a lot of participants coming up and getting involved. We'll take a look, see if there's any points showing right now. Trying to see the points standing before the race. and I'm not seeing it, so it's not going to give me the points right now before the race starts. I wish it would, but you can see all the gentlemen as they driving around the track, see how far off of Mr. Stubblefield that they are of his 40.34 seconds. So again, he is the fastest car out there in that Night Owl Sewing 82 Chevrolet Camaro. As he comes up on Mr. Kenneth Pack, we'll take a look at the track information here. So as you can see, the track is in the shape of a D-link. And what I mean by that, up in the turns 1 and 2 are just a little bit different than turns 3 and 4. And then we have the tri-oval in the front stretch. The back stretch is pretty straight all the way down from 2 to 3. Which makes it very difficult for the drivers coming out of 2 because it is more of a sharper turn coming out of turn 2 than it is going into turn 3. So the angle of approach going into turn 3 will be very difficult for these gentlemen tonight. However, as you heard, these guys are going to treat this like a super speedway. So as long as the track does not get too slick and they keep putting down all the rubber they can right now, these 12 drivers will be out here just running as fast as possible for 100 laps. Now we will stop at lap 30 and 65 for a stage break. Then from 65 on to 100, we will be racing as fast as possible. So we're going to see some green flags stops to get new tires. We'll see green flag stops to get fuel. But if these gentlemen lose control at any given time, I expect to see the entire field coming in and doing their best to get as much as possible done to their car in that little split to be able to get back out and get do the race off of pit road to get that lead change. So now some of the drivers are testing the high line and they're testing the low line. At this track, as we saw, the angle going into 3, you might be able to run the high line a lot better than running down there on the low line, as Mr. Robinson is trying to test out himself right now. So the high line may be a preferred way of going around so that they don't have to slow down too much going into the corners and lose that momentum. This is 5 wide. And it is a asphalt track, so we're going to be seeing a lot of tire wear coming out of these cars if these guys cannot find the right momentum and the right entry into the corners tonight. We have a Mr. Doug Yates in here tonight as well. Mr. Yates, I believe, is running his first race with us on a Friday night. Mr. Yates is driving the number 94. Let's see, Jacob Kaplan, don't need to worry about that. Justin Smith is driving the number 9. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself just a little bit. I do that from time to time. Mr. Jim Hubble hasn't showed up tonight. So Or Miklas Radanovics hasn't come in either. James Allen and Jacob Kaplan. So we have a nice field building up. We still have 20 minutes, actually 19 minutes and 55 seconds for any driver that wants to join into the race. We do have some new spots being opening, and this is a 22-week series. So hopefully everybody is having a good, safe 4th of July weekend, even though the 4th of July is next Tuesday. I know some people probably will start kicking it off early this year, around about tonight or tomorrow night. So it messes with me a little bit being around people where I don't know the fireworks are, who's doing it and whatnot, but that's why I have a headset on. So we just watched Mr. Robinson get right up against Mr. Osborne and basically do a little bit of a push and shove down that backstretch to see how much he could draft up to him. And then Mr. James Nelson just dives down and cuts off Robinson's nose at the last second. So we'll be bouncing back and forth to see where the battles are and see who can be running away with this race tonight. We might have some individuals who can give Mr. Larry Stubblefield a run for his money. And then we might have some individuals who give Mr. Brandon Barrier a chance to finish first. Ooh, James Nelson just eat that outside wall hard as a rock and wound up blowing his engine, it sounded like, as he is cutting off Smokey Robinson. Now Kenneth Pack is trying his best to catch up to Slim, Mr. Bowden, and use him to help draft around the track. Still, so far, Larry Stubblefield is the fastest car out there on the track by 0.13 seconds. For those that don't know how fast that is, that's faster than you can blink. It is literally just a micromillimeter ahead of the other car. That 29 Hooters car, what? Who's 29? I say 29? Hold on, I gotta see who that was again. There's Mr. Yates' car. All the cars are getting ready to come into the pits to get brand new, topped off and everything, and try to do a run around the track as fast as possible. They're going to do a quick pit party for the next couple of minutes. Trying to see who this 29 car is. It might be a bad paint job. That might be what it is. There's the 85. That's Brandon Barrier. That's the number 3, which is Gregory Robinson. James Nelson's in the 75. The number 2 is Tyrone Yo. The number 1 is Tommy Osborne. The number 5 is Michael Boone. And then the number 53 there is Slim. So that 25 is Colton Lamford in the Hooters car. It looked like 29 whenever he got all that paint rubbed off the side of his car. So Mr. Lamford is going to a backup car for the rest of his race. We'll watch as these guys get ready to line up and come out here onto the track. The 85 of Brandon Barrier is leading this procession around the track. Y'all, I am a southern boy from North Carolina. I cannot speak at times, okay? I do my best, but enunciations and stuff like that are not part of my forte. Yet, I am a broadcaster, so I should learn. As they come into the Geico restart zone in this practice race, you see the 53 of Slim just shoot down to the inside, and everybody shoots around him, so it looks like he possibly misgeared it. The number 3 of Tyrone Yo shoots to the outside up against the wall going into turns 1 and 2. As he comes out, he stays against the wall, which causes a debacle between the number 1 and the 85. They're not able to get up against that wall and be able to use the draft to help push them around the track. Now the number 5 of Mr. Boone is running the high line as well, and he's staying up with Larry Stubblefield drifting up behind him, giving him a push, coming through the tri-oval. Across the start-finish line, Mr. Boone is still holding it. The leader right now is James Nelson with Brendan Barrier on the inside of the track and Tyrone Yo on the back bumper of Mr. Nelson. Nelson loses it just a little bit, and oh, he smacks into Tyrone and takes out the number 3. Is this a back and forth battle that we have to see again or not? I'm going to go take a look, see what happened there. It just looks like Nelson decided to get a little bit squirrely. So, but this is only the practice session for everybody. Kenneth Pack's brother Scott says, congratulations to my brother for the victory at the All-Star race number 16. Let's see if we can go back to victory lane tonight. Now, the All-Star race was a couple weeks ago at North Wilkesboro, and Kenneth Pack was the winner who took home the glory that night. We had a pretty good run, pretty good field. So, we're still running and looking. Now, Mr. Sean Horlander has... I'm sorry, I'm emphasizing his last name way too much. But Mr. Horlander is running the 24 and sitting inside the pits, so I've not seen him turn a lap yet. Even though it does say he ran one for 43.12 a little while ago. His fastest lap was 41.04, which still put him faster than Colton Lamford. So, Colton, you got a lot of work to do there, buddy. While we're in this portion of the race and during the break, I'd like to send out a message to everybody out there who's watching at home. I hope that you are enjoying this. I am the host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield of Mudslide Media TV. Well, I'll not say TV, but Mudslide Media. I'm associated with the Quick Finishers Racing League, QFRL. I'm also associated with the damn it, now I already forgot. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Field Fillers Racing League on Thursday nights. I run that league as a driver, so when I'm in the booth on Friday nights, I am talking as a broadcaster and also as a driver so that I can give y'all the best in the help and understanding of everything that we see going on out there. One of the other things I enjoy doing is I try my best to race the trucks. I race the next gen cars, and I'm currently working on my license to get back up into the B class in ovals. I lost my license this past month because of no participation. I didn't participate in enough, and I also had a lower score than what I should have. So I just have to work on it. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about when I say that this track is slicker than all get out. And these gentlemen are having fun just running as fast as they can around this track as long as they can. So we do have some individuals here who it looks like have not been racing for a while, and some individuals who look like they've been racing all their lives. I won't tell you who's who, but y'all be able to figure it out on your own after the first couple laps tonight. So this league is open to anybody that wants to race with a group of guys who are having fun and looking forward to having a good time. Now, we do have a few rules inside the league. We do serve penalties and whatnot. Intentional wrecking of an individual, another driver, will get you penalized, and depending on the severity of the wreck will depend on whether or not you get set out for a week or two. So we do point dockings, and we do point assistance. The broadcast for Indy race was bad. Never seen not one lap of race. What took place with broadcast? The Indianapolis broadcast, I think, Scott, I believe that Indy race is still on YouTube. You might have to go back and re-look at it, but I did broadcast the Indianapolis race. And if you need to, let me know. I'll repost it, because I do have the video saved and the entire broadcast. I'll just redo the broadcast from the point. I'll look, see if I can redo or resend out the broadcast. So I do have it saved. We'll have to take a look to see what's going on with it, though. If you are watching on YouTube, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, and keep sending me comments. Let me know how you feel and who your favorite drivers are. I'll give them all shout outs out here, letting them know that who their fan bases are and whatnot, and who came out to watch them. If you're watching on Twitch, hit that notification bell down there and let me know that you are enjoying it. If you want, give me a follow. I'd appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button in the bottom hand corner. Let me know that you're watching from Facebook and send me a comment. I'll do my best to get back in touch with you. If you'd like to join us and become a racer, send me a comment. Let me know who your iRacing name is and everything. We'll try and get in touch with you as best as we can and get you involved with us, get you into the Discord, give you a couple of participation races to try and participate with. That way we can find out what kind of driver you are and how you'd stack up with us. So again, tonight's race is going to be 30 laps, 65 laps, and then the rest of the race will finish at lap 100. So we do have a couple of green, white checkered flags. However, if the white flag comes out and it's still green, whatever flag flies after the white flag, the race will be over. So if it stays green, or a caution comes out, or the red flag comes out, doesn't matter. The field will be frozen at the time of the caution, and they will allow them to be able to finish, or wherever the race that flag flies, that will be our winners for the night, where they're at on the field and everything. So as I'm looking over the tower right now, we got Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, James. Let me go ahead and post up these car pics and stuff. You have Larry Stubblefield in the 82 Chevrolet. Got Kenneth Pack in the 16 Chevrolet. And yes, Scott, I've told Kenneth a time or two that he needs to update that picture. James Nelson in the 75 Chevrolet. Brandon Barrier in a Toyota 85. Michael Boone in the number 5 Chevrolet. Justin Smith in the number 9 Chevrolet. Slim in the 53 Ford. Tommy Osborne in the number 1 Chevrolet. Gregory Robinson in the number 3 Chevrolet. Tyrone Yo in the number 2 Ford. Doug Yates in the 94 Ford. Colton Lamford, who is not around right at the moment, in the 25 Chevrolet. And Sean Horlander in the 24 Chevrolet. Got 4 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would suggest that y'all all go get something to drink. Get your popcorn, get pizza, whatever y'all want to eat and drink. Because for the next hour or so, we're going to be watching 100 laps here at the Auto Club in Southern California tonight for the Mountain Bash 200, brought to you by the Quick Finishers Racing League. I'm your host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the practice for a minute. We're going to switch over. I will allow for the introductory video for Mudslide Media to kick off here in just a minute. Don't want too many of the drivers having any issues or whatnot. We'll see how the field stacks up. The race will start at 8:30 on the dot. So hopefully everybody will have a good time. We'll see everybody out there. I will see y'all in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to Mudslide Media. I am your host, Mark Mudslide Hollifield. We're getting ready to start watching the qualifying of the night. We have Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Brendan Barrier, Michael Boone, Justin Smith, Slim, Tommy Osborne, Gregory Robinson, Tyrone Yo, Doug Yates, Colton Lamford, and Sean Horlander out on the track doing their qualifications tonight. And it looks like they just did an update because it went from being nighttime to late afternoon. So let's see how this stacks up with each of these drivers here. As they go out onto the track, hello to everyone. Let's see a good race tonight. You ain't the only one, Mr. Pack. Everybody's looking forward to a good race tonight. So we're going to see the qualifying stack up. Why is the overlay not working? There we go. Sorry about that, folks. It decided to do something of its own, and I'm not sure exactly what was going on. Trying to show y'all the intervals and where each of the driver is stacking up. Now, as you can see, going around the track, at the bottom of the thing, or at the bottom of the screen, is where each driver is going to be stacking up and how they're going to be the faster or slower individual. If they get into that outside wall at any time, their time will not count. If they drop down too low and cross a yellow line, their time should not count. So if they get out into the grass in the front stretch, that time will not count either. In the back stretch, if they hit the inside wall, no time will be counted. So Mr. Brandon Barrier currently is trying his best to set some of the fastest time on the track. Let's go back here and see where each of the drivers are starting to stack up and how they are doing. Now, at this track, we do have the ability to have the dynamic TV settings going, so the camera will randomly shoot around each of the drivers and go to where the dynamics are for these gentlemen. Our current pole sitter right now is James Nelson, but here comes Larry Stubblefield to try and dispute him and see if he can put James at the back of the pack. As we take a look at the number 82 going around the track, see how he's going to stack up. Mr. Stubblefield's got that 32.1 second as he crosses the start-finish line. What did that put him at? That put him at 40.66. And James Nelson, if y'all were watching, ran a 40.62, or correction, 68, which is 0.02 seconds fast. So it is literally by 2/100ths of a second that Nelson got beat out. Now we're watching Mr. Kenneth Pack as he tries his best to get around the track and give himself some time in there as well. I don't believe Mr. Pack is going to be able to get up to speed. Nope. So he was not able to get as fast as possible around the track. Let's see who else is out on the track right now. Oh, we got Ben Campbell in the car tonight in the number 27. He made it in just in time. Oh, now Mr. Campbell is taking advantage of Nope, I don't think he is. I think he got his time in, 1 lap to go, it says. So he might have had some issues because he didn't get to practice. So he might be on the losing end of some of this race tonight because of not having the practice. We're going to take a good look at the racetrack whenever it comes up. Why am I not live? I think my stuff is frozen, y'all. Hang on 1 second while I double check it and refresh it. Let's see. Trying to update all this and make sure that we get it all situated for you and get ready to go out on the field and get lined up for the grid. So
Nope, I'm going to do my announcement right now, actually. So, welcome everybody. We're doing Auto Club tonight. We're going to run 100 laps. We have stage breaks on laps 30 and 65. Pit lane will be closed 2 laps prior to the end of the stage. Stage points do indeed count. At the start of the race, please start on the green light. After that, it is in the restart zone on the lead car. Thank you very much. Have a clean race and enjoy.
And as you heard, that was Mr. Nelson, one of the admins for the race, putting out to the individuals out there that are watching at home what we're going to be doing, and also putting it out to the drivers that they need to be on the best behavior tonight. So the lineup is as follows. It looks like Larry Stubblefield on the inside in the 82, James Nelson on the outside in the 75. Kenneth Pack will be inside, Gregory Robinson to the outside. Benny Campbell will be in the 27 to the inside. Slim will be to the outside. Doug Yates on the inside. Justin Smith to the outside. Brandon Barrier to the inside. Tyrone Yo to the outside. Michael Boone on the inside. Tommy Osborne to the outside. Sean Horlander to the inside. And Colton Lamford to the outside. Trying to see what the heck is going on and why this is not being doing right. Yeah, I can't tell you what's going on, if they've delayed it or why it's taking them so long to start loading in. But none of the drivers have started loading into the session as of yet. Whenever they do start loading in, we'll go into the track, take a look, see how everything is, and actually what is going on here? Quit. No. I don't want to quit. I don't know what's going on. I've lost everything that was supposed to be going on with these guys tonight. Okay, I'm not driving, so I shouldn't need my controller or my my steering wheel to be able to race and watch this race and call it for you. I'm not showing. Okay, so there we go. Now the SDK is starting to line back up. We'll take a look at the starting grid. Something is not right here. I've got two individuals who have not loaded into the race. I don't know if it's because they haven't made a packet connection or what's going on. So okay, there we go. Whew, there for a minute they had me worried that there was something on my end that was screwing up, but it's not. So again, as you can see on the leader or on the graph there, the grid is popping up. All the cars are starting to load in on the track and everything. They're loading in from the pits and will be doing their parade wrap. Did I say parade wrap? Parade lap around the field all the way to the back end. Whenever they come back around, the lights are going to be off on the pace car, so when they come to the entrance of the pit lane, we will start seeing these gentlemen get their engines up and going. And on top of that, we'll see the Geico restart zone just kick off. Take one more gander at the weather here. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 57% chance of humidity, partly cloudy skies. Winds are still about 2 miles per hour. Track temperature looks to be roughly 79 degrees out there tonight. So that track is going to start heating up here in a little bit. Why am I on the pace car? So, as I was saying, the pace car's lights are off. All the drivers are on the field except for Sean Horlander. I don't know what happened to the 24. It looks like he may be starting from the pits. I'm not for sure exactly what's going on with Mr. Horlander. But it is a nice, lovely night. We do have the lights up. The track isn't that hot right now. It will get hotter as the night progresses through. So let's see where the battles will be. Who will be running side by side? Who will be working as a partner? And who will be working as team or enemies? Pace car is almost down and away. Let's listen now for the start of the race. Oh, and we got our first wreck coming out of 2. That should throw out that caution flag like crazy right now. Not even one lap into the race, and we already have a caution. Brandon Barrier has... The yellow flag was thrown. Let's see what brought out that yellow flag. You see the 85. Oh. It looks like the number 25 of Colton Lamford just lost control of it. We'll go back and double check. Look at that 25 Hooter car and follow him around the track real quick. Brandon, oh, nope. So, Colton Lamford and Justin Smith got involved together, and it just brought the worst out and brought out the caution in the backfield. Didn't even get one lap down before the caution came out as they were coming out of turn 2 there, folks. We'll see who has to go into the pits and how many will follow afterwards. It does look like Brandon Barrier will be one of the gentlemen that has to go into the pits, because I believe he was one of the individuals involved in that accident. We'll watch from TV number 1, camera number 1, and see exactly what happened there. Now, Brandon Barrier is in the 85 there. Oh, and he just goes to the inside as he overcooked it coming out and took out the side. Yeah, hate to see that happen to anybody and everybody. So we've got a few. These cars have one fast repair. Those cars are pretty strong and whatnot and can take rubbing against the wall, but they cannot take a direct hit to the passenger side door. So about 4 cars will be going and getting fast repairs done on them. And all the cars are back out on the track right now, so the lineup is as follows. You got Larry Stubblefield on the inside, James Nelson to the outside, Kenneth Pack to the inside, Gregory Robinson to the outside, Slim to the inside, Ben Campbell to the outside, Doug Yates to the inside, Michael Boone to the outside, Colton Lamford to the inside. In the 9th place, Tyrone Yo in 10th place on the outside, Tommy Osborne to the inside, Brandon Barrier to the outside, Justin Smith is on the inside, and Sean Horlander looks like he might be out of the race due to the fact he didn't even start the race, folks. He just came in, said I'm here, and did the practice with us. So the lights are out on the pace car as it comes around the track now. We'll go back to the track and listen at the start finish line, see how, if there's any misgears or any misgears, anything bad happening at the start finish line there, because ladies and gentlemen, they didn't even make one lap. So, and chaos ensued. With that being said, let's see how they do this second time around at the start finish line. Pace car's lights are off. It's about ready to duck down and out of the way. They're coming out of turn 4 right by the start finish, or by the pit entrance. There goes the pace car. And here they come to the restart zone. Let's listen in now. It doesn't sound like anybody had a misshift. Larry Stubblefield's able to just take off like a bat out of hell and jump up there in front of James Nelson. Kenneth Pack is on the inside. They are too wide in turn 2, coming out of 2. Nelson gets a little bit squirrely there coming out of 2. We're watching as all the cars start to line up. Nelson is right on the back end of Larry Stubblefield. Kenneth Pack gets pushed to the outside, and Gregory Robinson comes into the inside. They are testing that high line, see how it goes. Nelson shifts up to the high line and stays in front of Kenneth Pack to see if Pack will push him around the track faster than Stubblefield. As they come across and out of turn 1 and 2, let's see how they doing. Coming out of 2, you see them too wide. Oh, we got a blinker in the back there. I can't tell you who the blinker is. It looks like it's Slim who is blinking in and out, which can cause trouble for the rest of the field. We've made it to lap 6 of 100, ladies and gentlemen. That blinker has got to be causing problems for everybody behind him, because Slim is not able to stay with a good connection there. It's causing Ben Campbell and Colton Lamford and Gregory Robinson to wonder where he's going to pop up. Will he pop up right in front of them? You see them too wide coming out of the corner. Going down the backstretch, Nelson and Pack are working together, trying to stay together, but Nelson is way lower than Pack going into 3. Nelson is trying to do the down low. Stubblefield is using the high line so he doesn't have to race as much or let off of the gas as much going into and coming out of the corners. Now they're side by side, almost 3 wide with the blinker in the middle. That's going to be a scary situation. And you see that right there, folks. The blinker, Nelson has no idea where the blinker is, even though he's right on the inside, about to drop down in front of Nelson. Slim is just out there and he's disappeared again, comes right up in front of Pack with that 1 second. If Pack hadn't have been paying attention, he could have been right in the back end of Slim. Slim is moving up the field, but his internet connection with us is causing some issues for the rest of the field. It's allowing Larry Stubblefield to just walk away with it. You see individuals shoot to the inside as Robinson tries to slow it down just a little bit. We have so many different strategies here, folks. There are people on the high side, in the middle, and to the inside trying to find that fast lap as fast as they can to get around the track. Nelson and Pack are trying to team up again, but they have Slim right there between them and Stubblefield. And with Slim blinking the way he is, it's going to be a pain. Slim goes to the inside of the track, and now he's slowly drifting back up. He's in the middle of the track. Nelson's right behind him right now, following him to the inside. Hopefully Nelson doesn't go too faster than Slim. Woo! You know that Nelson's heart just stopped when Slim disappeared right in front of him, because he had no clue where Slim was coming back into. They got to be telling Slim, look, man, you are blinking all over the place here. And in 4th place, we have Slim with Colton Lamford in 5th place. Gregory Smokey Robinson in 6th place. Ben Campbell in 7th place. Brandon Barrier just moved up past Ben Campbell. It looks like Slim's got some sparks shooting out the side of his vehicle. He might have just hit a bump back there going into turn 3. Pack and Nelson are working together, and it looks like Lamford Nation is trying to catch up to Pack to join in and be able to go. We have a yellow flag thrown.
Big catch up.
Yellow flag was thrown. Let's see what caused that yellow flag to come out. I'm going to go back just a little bit before that and see what happened. Oh, and that's what happened. Ben Campbell gets into it with Brandon Barrier. We'll go a little bit closer and see what happened here. You see Brandon Barrier just comes off that corner. Let's back him up just a little bit further. See where he loses control. As they come out of the corner, Brandon Barrier gets a little bit too loose, shoots to the inside, overcorrects, come to the outside right in front of Ben Campbell. And that right there, folks, is a heartbreaker for them. So Ben Campbell is back on the track and has to jump to the pits because his car was totaled. He will have one fast repair. If he doesn't have that fast repair still, then he will have to sit in the pits until his entire vehicle gets all required repairs done, and that could put him down several laps. Tommy Osborne is coming out of the pits. He went in to get fuel and top off so that he can make it to the end of the stage. Stage lap ends at lap 30. Right now, our stage leader is Larry Stubblefield. James Nelson, second place. Kenneth Pack in third place. Slim is in fourth place. Colton Lamford is in fifth place. Gregory Smokey Robinson, sixth place. Michael Boone in seventh place. Tyrone Yo, eighth. Justin Smith, ninth. Doug Yates in 10th. Brendan Barrier in 11th. Tommy Osborne in 12th place. And Benny Campbell is in 13th place, coming out onto the track now. So we have roughly 5 drivers that are out of fast repairs. Any more damage that we see tonight, and those gentlemen will be doing pit repairs. Ben Campbell is now a lap down. He is trying his best to get around the track and catch up to the rest of the leaders so that he stays on the lead lap. This is lap 14 of 100 tonight. This is brought to you by the Quick Finishers Racing League. It is the Mountain Blast 200 here this weekend before the 4th of July. Lights are out on the pace car, so when the pace car comes around the pits this time, we will go racing once again. Ben Campbell is caught back up to the rest of the pack. Unfortunately, he is still 1 lap down. He was not able to get back out on the track before the pace car came around, so he is 1 lap down. Let's get ready and listen to this restart. See if there's any miscues, misshifts, or anything else that could cause any problems for these drivers. As the drivers enter into turn 1, they're side by side. Coming out of 1 into 2, and we have another blinker as Michael Boone disappears just outside. And there goes Ben Campbell to the inside of the track. Will he be throwing a caution, or will he stay out of the way of the rest of the drivers? It looks like he's staying out of the way. The race is continuing as we watch going around the track. James Nelson was able to take over the lead for just a second from Larry Stubblefield. He's on the inside as they come out of the 2. Stubblefield is able to get back in front of him just now. Nelson is back and right outside of Stubblefield going into 3. Stubblefield is able to pull away. Pack is right behind him. We're watching as Slim drops down to the apron and disappears and comes back in front of the other drivers. Tyrone Yo, Gregory Robinson, y'all, I'm sorry, but you need to watch out for Slim out there because he is going to be a hindrance. Coming out of 2, we watch Larry Stubblefield slide up right in front of James Nelson. Coming out of the corner, Nelson drops down to the inside. Stubblefield stays on the high line. He's in the gas as they fly past us. Nelson's able to go to the inside and take that lead away from Stubblefield for the first or second time. Stubblefield is right there on the bumper of Nelson, and Pack is right behind him, pushing him into turn 1, coming out of 2. Let's see how they stack it up. Will they be able to get the draft? Will Stubblefield try and do the slingshot around? It looks like Stubblefield peeked out to break the air, get a little bit of clean air there. 18 laps of this 100-lap race. Stubblefield is pushing Nelson. He is using Nelson as the pick to be able to save on his fuel. He is having Nelson pull him around the pack. And Kenneth Pack is closing the distance on the 2 of them so that he can be able to get pulled around the track as well. Let's take that in-car look from the cockpit, from inside the cockpit, and see how each of the drivers are feeling. Larry Stubblefield's able to move to the inside of James Nelson, and in the rearview mirror you can see Nelson's car's just there with Kenneth Pack trying to catch up to him. James Nelson, if we look to his inside, we look just on the inside, and all you can see is Larry Stubblefield as Nelson's able to take the lead away coming into the backstretch again. Kenneth Pack is watching this battle between the 2. He's watching that battle between the 2 in front of him, and he's watching in his rearview mirror as Slim disappears and reappears in his rearview mirror and in his side view mirror. Every time Slim does that, it's driving these drivers crazy because they don't know where he's going to come up. From inside Slim's car, we're watching as he sees side-by-side action right in front of him. Nelson and Stubblefield got together just a little bit. We're back inside Kenneth Pack's car. Now we're back in Colton Lamford's car. Colton Lamford's watching as he tries to catch up to Kenneth Pack and help him push around Slim through the front stretch into the tri-oval. Colton Lamford is staying right behind Kenneth Pack, and every one of these drivers is worrying themselves because Slim is just vanishing and reappearing. Gregory Robinson is trying to close the gap and get back up close to the top 5. But right behind him is Michael Boone in his rearview mirror. And Michael Boone is Tyrone Yo, who is sitting and trying his best to just enjoy the night and run as fast as he can around the track. He watches where all these other drivers go, and he's trying his best to stay with the pack. Doug Yates, ladies and gentlemen, is watching Tyrone Yo, and he's following him. We see a little bit of damage from some wear and tear of the track, kicking up and tearing up his windshield just a little bit. You look in the rear view mirror and you see Justin Smith way back there, roughly about 15 car lengths back. Justin Smith is behind Doug Yates. Behind Justin Smith is Tommy Osborne, who is roughly 25 to 30 car lengths back. Brendan Barrier is also behind Tommy Osborne. Ben Campbell is doing his best to get back up onto the lead lap and catch everybody else. He has the leaders behind him. So he is doing his best to catch up and get in front of everybody else. Slim has taken the lead, but Slim is blinking in and out of everything. He's blinking in and out, which is probably how he took the lead. As you see, they are in a pack of 4 with Slim going into the middle, making it 5, almost 3 wide. Slim disappears again in front of him. You know, all the drivers have got to be worrying and screaming at the top of their lung, please pull over to the side. Please stay out of the way. You are blinking way too bad on my screen. I can't trust where you're at. The top 4, you see Kenneth Pack getting pushed by Colton Lamford into turn 3. James Nelson gets left high and dry on his own. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Nope. Slim is right there in front of James Nelson as they come across the start-finish line. That's giving Nelson the chance to be able to get up there and get in front of Larry Stubblefield. They are 2 wide now, coming out of 2. Kenneth Pack and Larry Stubblefield are 2 wide. James Nelson's going to the inside using Larry Stubblefield to push him, and they are trying to get around Slim. Slim keeps blinking in and out, so it is causing the timing light to throw up. Nelson is now the lead. Slim is scared Nelson and pushed him all the way down to the apron. And I don't blame him one bit as he tries his best to stay away from Slim. Larry Stubblefield is pushing Nelson to the inside. Pack is trying to figure out which way he wants to go and stay. They are doing the side draft off of each other between Pack and Stubblefield. Now Slim is moved back to the lead as Stubblefield is being moved to 4th place. Nelson's in the lead, Slim's in 2nd place, Pack is in 3rd place, and Stubblefield is in 4th place. They're trying to line up, but that Slim is being the problem maker tonight. We're at lap 28. Pit road will be closed until lap 31. Pit road will be closed because 2 laps prior to the stage break, the pit road closes so nobody can shoot in, get their tires and refuel, jump back out, and then take over the lead. We're watching as these drivers come around. It is lap 29 almost. At lap 30, the caution will be thrown, and I'm curious as to if these guys are going to have Slim stay in the race with him flashing the way he is. We're on lap 29 now. Let's see who the stage break winner will be. Coming down that backstretch, you see Colton Lamford as he does his best to get on the inside of Slim. Slim blinks and goes to the outside or inside behind him. Colton Lamford goes up against the outside wall, does not rub it, but he's worried about being able to shoot across the start-finish line. There's the break. The field is locked. The stage winner is James Nelson, Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, Colton Lamford, Slim, Michael Boone, Tyrone Yo, Doug Yates, Justin Smith, Gregory Robinson, Tommy Osborne, Brandon Barrier, and Ben Campbell, with Sean Horlander out of the race. I'm checking to see if Ben Campbell is out of the race or if he's just laps down. It looks like he is just laps down. Now, only the top 10 drivers will get stage points tonight. So, for those 11th on, they will not have stage points. But currently, the top 10 who are going to be getting points tonight will be James Nelson getting 15 points, Larry Stubblefield getting 9, Kenneth Pack 8, Colton Lamford will get 7, Slim will get 6, Michael Boone 5, Tyrone Yo 4, Doug Yates 3, Justin Smith 2, and Gregory Robinson 1. So all the drivers are now coming down into the pit roads. Let's see who will make it off of pit road first. You see Ben Campbell, since he was the only driver one lap down, trying his best to get back up there and get on the lead lap. Here they come down pit road now, and into the pit stalls they go. It sounded like one car might have overshot his pit just a little bit. Yes, it looks like the fourth one back. And first one off of the pit road looks to be Kenneth Pack. Was Colton Lamford first off of the pack, or off of the pit road. Kenneth Pack right behind him. Larry Stubblefield behind him. Slim is behind him. Michael Boone. So the race off of pit road is way unexpected, as Colton Lamford now takes from the biggest leap of the night. He jumps 12 positions from 13th to 1st. He calls out where the pace car is. Kenneth Pack is second off of the pit lane. Larry Stubblefield is third and has lost 2 positions from being the pole sitter. Slim is in 4th place. Michael Boone in 5th place. James Nelson, 6th place. Doug Yates has moved to 8th place. Justin Smith has moved to 7th place. Tyrone Yo is in 8th place. Doug Yates is in 9th place. Brandon Barrier in 10th place. Tommy Osborne is in 11th place. Gregory Robinson is in 12th place. And Ben Campbell is in 13th place. He's in the pit lane right now. Let's see if he can get out before the pit car comes and gets back in. The lights are out on the pace car, so pit lane is closed. He will go down and stay down a lap. Ben Campbell did not make it out before the pace car came around, so he is down a lap, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the action. We'll turn the volume up when they get ready to come around through the Geico restart zone. Y'all, I swear I can talk sometimes. I'm having problems tonight. I think my oh, that's what it is. I ain't took my medication yet. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't watch this, so. There we go. And here they come into the Geico restart zone. Let's listen in, see who misgears and whatnot. Colton Lamford steps on it, and he is gone. As they come across the start-finish line, Larry Stubblefield is doing his best to keep up with him. He was able to just punch it and get away. Slim is sliding sideways coming out of 2. He doesn't interfere with anybody. He drops to the inside of the track, makes sure that he stays out of the way. Larry Stubblefield drops in below Colton Lamford, not allowing him to be the lead lap leader on this whole. He doesn't give him the entire lap Tyrone Yo just went off track. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened. We watch Tyrone gets a little bit sideways, squirrely, cuts it down the grass, comes back up onto the track. No caution is needed because he's able to keep the pace up and get in and out without causing incidents. So we're back into the excitement. Colton Lamford has moved back into first place, overtaking Larry Stubblefield. Stubblefield's trying his best to use that low line. Coming through the start-finish area, will he be able to? No, Kenneth Pack is able to push past Larry Stubblefield. Now Stubblefield is past Kenneth Pack. Coming out of 2, it is Stubblefield and Pack fighting it out for second place. It is Nelson and Slim fighting it out for 4th and 3rd. And behind them is Michael Boone and Doug Yates fighting it out for 6th and 7th place. Slim is slowly moving back through the field just a little bit. Not much though. He's dropped back. He has given up the chance. I don't know what happened if he's just running for the top 5 position or if he's wanting to run for the top 3. It looks like he's trying to be the number 1 guy again. Colton Lamford is doing his best to hold off Kenneth Pack, who's on the inside. Kenneth is trying to get up against the wall, slips in right behind Colton Lamford. James Nelson's right behind him. Larry Stubblefield is trying his best to get some run on the inside. Justin Smith is on the move coming up the field. Michael Boone is right behind. Oh, he's right behind Blinky, and he blinked out. Now Blinky's able to move to the... They are 3 wide going into turn 1. It's Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, and Colton Lamford fighting it out for first place. 3 wide coming out of the corner. Oh, that was a scary situation, especially with Blinky being in the middle. Now we got Michael Boone pushing past Larry Stubblefield. He goes to the high side, stays right there. Justin Smith's on the inside of Larry Stubblefield. Colton Lamford gets pushed out of the way, and he loses it a little bit. Oh, makes contact with Justin Smith. We watched it live, folks. There's the caution lap 39.
Big checkup, big checkup.
Let's go back and see exactly from inside Colton's car what happened. That is not Colton's car. Let's go see what happened. It looked like he just got loose there, folks. Where? There it is. So we're inside of Colton's car. Let's see what happens here as he comes around the corner. He tries to straighten the wheel out. He overcorrected it just a little bit, got loose, and there goes the engine, ladies and gentlemen. That right there destroyed his car. His car is going nowhere. Let's go take a look at one of the other individuals, Justin Smith, who was involved in that as well. So we're watching. You see Colton is down to the inside of the track. Larry Stubblefield's a little bit wobbly. We're watching. The air gets pushed. Little bit of contact, and that sends him to the inside field. You hate to see that happen, folks. He's in victory lane, but not the way he wants to be. Was there anybody else involved in that wreck? I don't believe anybody else was involved in the wreck. However, there was a pass. Yeah, it looks like the only two involved in the wreck was... Now let's take a look at Larry Stubblefield and see the excitement from inside of his car but from the rear view, the gearbox, and see all this unfold behind him. So you see Justin Smith is right there behind. Okay, I swear I know how to work this thing. All right, now we're inside Stubblefield's car. You see Smith trying to get around him. He drops down just a little bit, and there she goes. Katie barred the door. We're back into the live action, and we'll watch how many of the drivers went in and pitted and got new tires. The lights are off. The lineup is James Nelson on the inside, Kenneth Peck to the outside, Slim to the inside, Michael Boone to the outside, Larry Stubblefield to the inside, Brandon Barrier to the outside, Doug Yates will be on the outside, Brandon Barrier will be on the inside, Tommy Osborne on the outside, Tyrone Yo to the inside. Colton Lamford and Justin Smith are figuring out which one wants to be where, and Ben Campbell has joined back into the race. Ben Campbell is back on the lead lap, folks. You know he had to be thanking these drivers for wrecking and killing themselves just so he could get back on that lead lap. How much damage is done to those cars? It looks like the fast repairs have been used. Of the 85 and the 9 now. That's the 85, the 9, the 25, the 27. Yep, these gentlemen are going to be fighting it out when they come back to the start-finish line, and here they go. Nelson's able to push down on it and get away from the rest of the field, singling himself out, jumps up in front of Kenneth. And Blinky is right behind Kenneth Pack. Nelson jumps to the outside, staying high, coming off of the corner. He's able to keep in the gas. We're watching as they come through the corner. They are 3 and 4 wide there, folks. The back of the pack is almost 4 wide going into 3. James Nelson has the lead. Kenneth Pack right behind him. We're watching Doug Yates as he's working his way up the track as fast as he possibly can. 3 wide going into turns 1 and 2. Coming out of it, Kenneth Pack's able to slide up and take away the front. Larry Stubblefield. Oh, and we got a messed up situation with... It looks like Slim got into somebody back there. Slim is sideways, folks. I'm going to rewind it just a minute and see all the way back, see exactly what happened. So Slim coming out of the corner gets a little loose, drops to the apron, jumps back up, and he dive bombs that wall, barely touching Yates, it looks like. Oh my goodness. He's able to maintain control, blinks out, comes back, does not throw the caution. Yep, that does throw the caution. The caution did come out on that one. So we're back under caution at lap 44 of 100. At lap 63 will be when pit lane closes, and 65 will be the stage break. You're right. Slim Shady is just throwing some bad maneuvers out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is not the real Slim Shady tonight. He is all over the track. Larry Stubblefield goes in. I don't know if he's going for tires or if he's just going for gas so that he can make it to the end of the stage. He might have got some damage with that. It looks like Larry Stubblefield, Tommy Osborne, and Slim and Gregory Robinson all got caught up in that just a little bit. Robinson is doing his best to run around the track as fast as he can so he can get back on the lead lap. James Nelson, Kenneth Pack, Michael Boone, Brandon Barrier, and Tyrone Yo are your leaders, your top 5 leaders. Justin Smith, Doug Yates, Ben Campbell, Colton Lanford, Larry Stubblefield, and are your top 10. Tommy Osborne, Slim, Gregory Robinson, and Sean Horlander round out the rest of the field. We're looking at Michael Boone's Hey Dude Camaro as it comes around. It has made it up 8 places to 3rd place after starting in 11th place tonight. The lights are still on the pace car as it comes around the field one more time. This has been a pretty exciting race. Has been interesting seeing that one of the drivers has been blinking most of the night, but he's been running in the top 5. Unfortunately, he was the reason for the last caution brought out. And with that being said, it looks like the lights are out on the pace car. They're going to be lining up. James Nelson to the inside. Kenneth Pack to the outside. Brandon Barrier to the outside. Michael Boone on the inside. Tyrone Yo should be on the inside. Justin Smith to the outside. Doug Yates on the inside. Ben Campbell on the outside. Tommy Osborne to the inside. Larry Stubblefield to the outside. To the outside. And then Colton Lanford on the inside. Where is Colton Lanford? I don't see him. He has I see him. Then he there he is. Okay, we found his car. Let's get ready to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's trying to close them gaps up, and as they enter turn 3, let's see how it comes around. Wait a minute. That wasn't 3. Okay. There's 4. Pace car is off, and away they go, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching as Justin Smith stays on the outside, entering into turns 2, just outside of Tyrone Yo. Tyrone drifts up right in front of Justin Smith. Nope, Tyrone stays down. Justin Smith was able to block and get ahead of Tyrone as they come out of 2. David Yates is right on the back end. Oh, Yo gets a little squirrely coming out of 4, going into the tri-oval. He shoots to the outside wall. Justin Smith is by himself as he crosses the start-finish line. The movers and shakers of the night. Ben Campbell has got Doug Yates on his inside going into turn 1. Coming out of 2, Yates is able to move up. And we watch Larry Stubblefield shoot to the inside. It looks like Michael Boone Michael Boone goes off track and bites it to the inside wall. I'm going to have to back it up just a few more moments before that so we can see exactly what happened and caused him to go off the track. So Boone is coming around the corner. He is doing his best. The 25 is right in front of him, goes up, gets into him, and puts him into the outside wall. He shoots. Oh, Colton Lamford, you took out Boone with a vengeance in that one. So Boone is now down a lap because he had to be towed to the pits. Let's take a look at Colton Lamford's car and see how much damage was done to that right side of his car. Not seeing much damage to the right front suspension or to the right rear. His car is not showing much damage. Let's take a look at the left. Left rear looks okay. Left front looks okay as well. So Lamford has been blessed on this part right here, being able to get involved in the accident and come out of it unscathed. Brendan Barrier is in the pits with Michael Boone. Let's see if Boone... Nope, Boone does not have a fast repair, so he is going to have to wait there until his car is repaired to get back out on the track, which will put him down several laps. The field has restacked. It is Kenneth Pack in the lead. James Nelson in second. Justin Smith in third. Doug Yates is now in fourth place. Ben Campbell is in fifth place. Colton Lamford in sixth. Tyrone Yo, seventh. Slim is in eighth place, back out on the track. Larry Stubblefield in ninth place, with the biggest drop of the night at 8 positions. Larry Stubblefield has dropped all the way to 8. Tommy Osborne, or to 9th place. Tommy Osborne is in 10th place. Gregory Robinson is in 11th place. Brandon Barrier is in 12th place. And Michael Boone is in 13th place. Sean Horlander is out of the race, folks. So I'm going to do something a little bit on the trickier side here. We see where the pace car is going around the track. The lights are out. So I'm going to zoom in with the camera and we're going to get as close as we can to the track action with the drone and have these drivers in the restart zone. So it may take them a second to come around the track, but we will see from the drone these drivers as they cross the start-finish line. If I can get the drone to work with me. And we should be good right about, yep, right here. So we will watch from the drone camera as the cars come past pit road right here and come around. We will watch everything as they take off. This will be an interesting view for you folks, and it should be pretty loud too, and I didn't turn up the volume. Well, being that the drone is sitting in the middle of the road, you probably will hear them coming with a vengeance. Let's go ahead and get right on the track. Here they come. I know I usually turn the volume up James Nelson is not able to keep up with Kenneth Pack. Kenneth was able to just stomp on it and get ahead of everybody else. James Nelson is on the inside, dropping in line with him. As they come down into one, you see them. Oh, there's a wreck going into 3. 4 or 5 cars are involved. 6 cars are involved. Colton Lampford, Doug Yates, Tyrone Yo, Gregory Robinson. The yellow flag hadn't. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is bad. We're going to go back up and. All right, so we're going to start with Colton Lanford's car right here and watch what happened from his point of view. Ooh. Let's watch Brandon Barrier's car. Let's see, it wasn't Brandon, it was Doug. You see these cars just hit really, really hard up the track. All right. So I'm going to put it on the TV camera, and we are going to back up from Doug's point of view and see what happened that started this whole shindig. Doug gets a little bit squirrely there, but it looks like... Oh, it was the number 2 got into the back end of Doug Yates. So the number 2, a Tyrone Yo, wound up causing this big debacle. Where is Tyrone's car? Alright, we're going to go into the cockpit view and see exactly what happened and caused this debacle. And there are some dead drivers out there. I'm kidding, folks. It's a video game, so there are no dead drivers. We're watching. You see in the side view mirror, the rear view mirror, it looks like, yep, Yates tried to throw a block and go around Justin Smith at the same time and just wasn't paying attention, and Tyrone Yo was there. All right, so we'll get back up onto the lead. So the second part of the race, stage 2, has been a crash fest for the night, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are out on the pace car. It is Kenneth Peck on the inside, James Nelson to the outside, Ben Campbell on the inside, Justin Smith to the outside. Who's driving the 25? Brandon Barrier in the 85. Larry Stubblefield, Colton Lanford, Gregory Robinson, Tommy Osborne, Slim, Tyrone Yo, Doug Yates, Michael Boone, and here we go. They're in the backstretch right now, ladies and gentlemen, coming around the track. The pace car is about to go off. Everybody's closing the gaps. Pace car is away. Slim is on the inside. Don't know why he dropped so low. Not hearing anybody misshifting. Larry Stubblefield is away and running. We're watching as they are 3 wide in the backstretch. It is Barrier, Smith, Stubblefield, now replaced by Lamford. Stubblefield and Barrier are racing side by side within a foot of each other. 3 wide. Smith goes around. He loses it coming in through the tri-oval. Will he maintain control of it? Let's see. Justin Smith just barrels down into the pits instead and stays out of the way, keeping it going for everybody else. No caution thrown off of that one. Kenneth Pack is trying his best to knock on the back door of James Nelson, letting him know I'm here, while while Gregory Robinson and Larry Stubblefield are side by side coming in and out of the turn 1 and 2 in through. Stubblefield drops up behind Robinson. Right behind him is Colton Lamford. And behind him looks to be Brandon Barrier. So Smokey Robinson is doing his best to lead a pack, but he shoots to the outside. He's trying his best to get around Larry Stubblefield. The Hooters car is pushing Robinson to the outside. Folks, I got to get a drink real quick. We're at lap 58 of 100. At lap 63, the pit lane will close. We will be closing the pits at lap 63. As you watch, Colton Lamford. Sorry, my thing had not transferred up. So Justin Smith has left the pits. He's back out on the track, though he is with Michael Boone a few laps down. Michael Boone is still running like he's trying his best to win the race out there. Justin Smith is back in the pits. Okay. He's getting service done. We're watching Larry Stubblefield try his best to get around the 85 and the 3 at the same time. He goes low and goes high. Colton Lamford is using the 85 to draft up, and the 85 cuts off his nose as they come into the backstretch. Larry Stubblefield entering turn 3 low. Gregory Robinson's a little bit to the medium side, and Brandon Barrier's on the high side. Barrier staying up close to the wall. Colton Lamford is staying behind Smokey Robinson as they cross the start-finish line, entering into turn 1. Larry Stubblefield shoots to the outside wall, drops to the inside between 1 and 2, and now goes to the outside as he comes out of 2. He is trying to get back up into the top 5. He is in the 4th position as James Nelson is your leader. The leaders are catching up onto Ben Campbell. No, Ben Campbell is in 3rd place. I'm sorry. James Nelson and Kenneth Pack are pushing their way around the track. Ben Campbell is behind them. Now it is Larry Stubblefield and Ben Campbell battling it out for 3rd place. Ben drops a little bit low, but Larry Stubblefield's already there. As they come out of the turn, Larry Stubblefield is on the inside, but he's back. Brandon Barrier just cut off Larry Stubblefield's nose coming through and going into turn 3. He overtook Ben Campbell to take third place. Larry Stubblefield's using that momentum that he got from being low.
Pit road is closed.
We're 38 laps left to go, folks, of this race. 2 laps left before the end of the stage break. Side-by-side action as Colton Lamford and Ben Campbell come out of 2 in the backstretch. Ben dropped just a little bit to the inside. That forces Colton Lamford up against the wall because it threw him out of his groove. Now Ben Campbell is staying low and following. He is mirror driving, watching Colton Lamford. Larry Stubblefield's not worried about those two. He is worried about getting around Brandon Barrier. Brandon Barrier is doing everything he can to be mirror driving as he's driving and watching Larry Stubblefield. As we look inside the car of Brandon Barrier, right there, just outside of his door, is Larry Stubblefield. Larry is now on the inside, pushed up right in front of him, coming through the tri-oval out of 4. Stubblefield is trying to use Brandon Barrier to push him across the start-finish line and get up there, but it did not end the stage the way that he wanted it to. The stage has been locked. Again, only the top 10 drivers will get the stage points. James Nelson will get 15 points. Kenneth Pack will get 9 points. Larry Stubblefield, 8. Brandon Barrier will get 7. Ben Campbell will get 6. Colton Lamford will get 5. Gregory Robinson, 4. Tyrone Yo, 3. Slim, 2. Doug Yates, 1.
Checking up in the backstretch.
So now the race will be on for the rest of the night to finish and see who the fastest driver of the night will be. Who will walk away with the 40 points going into the playoffs. We're going to watch from pit lane and see the race down pit road as the drivers try their best to get down there. Michael Boone will be the lucky dog for this time around. Let's see if Colton Lamford can do it again and be able to race off of pit road and beat everybody else out of pit road. The right sides are going on Kenneth Pack, and again we have another overshooter. Larry Stubblefield is dropped down. Now he's getting the left sides on. Will he be off and away? Nelson's away first. Stubblefield, Pack, Lamford, Barrier. Whoa, I can't tell anymore. It looks like Nelson, Stubblefield, Pack, Barrier, Robinson, Yo, Slim, Lamford, Doug Yates, Tommy Osborne, Ben Campbell, Michael Boone should be coming in for his pit stop. Now, here's where the fun will begin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have James Nelson on the inside. Larry Stubblefield will be on the outside. These two battle like there is no tomorrow. Every lap is the last of the race to these guys. And right behind both of them is slow and patient Kenneth Pack. Pack gives them the opportunity to wipe each other out. But on top of that, behind Pack, on his outside, will be Brandon Barrier. And right behind Kenneth Pack will be Tyrone Yo. So those two wild cards may throw a wrench into anything Kenneth Pack has planned. And then we got Gregory Smokey Robinson in there as well. The lights are out on a pace car. They're coming around the track, getting ready for for the restart. They're coming through the backstretch. It's lined up. Nelson on the inside, Stubblefield to the outside, Pack to the inside, Barrier outside, Yo to the inside, Robinson to the outside. Should be Robinson to the inside and Yo to the outside. Anyway, Lanford inside. Slim to the outside. Osborne inside. Yates inside or outside. And here they get ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car is away. All the drivers are well, pace car is not away just yet. There he goes. Sorry. Let's see if there's any mischiefs. It doesn't look like anybody missed it. Nelson takes away. Larry is stuck behind Kenneth Pack. Pack was able to push up. Nelson shoots to the high side. Stubblefield is in the middle. He's on the outside, up against the wall. They're lined up. It is Nelson, Stubblefield, Pack, Barrier. 3 wide going into turn 3. Just barely offset 1 car length to keep them from being 3 side by side. The 85 is doing his best to catch up to the 16. The 3 is pushing the 85 as hard as he can. They are stacked inside 1 car length. 3's going to the outside of the 85, and the 85 shoots up. Now he drops in front. He stays in the middle. The 3 bounces just a little bit and drops down. 85 shoots to the inside going into 3, trying to stay right behind the leaders. But the 3 is using the momentum and never lifting coming out of turn 4. 3 is in ahead of Brandon Barrier. The 2 is right behind the 3, trying to give his buddy a push going into 1. Brandon Barrier is staying low, trying to follow. He tries to drift up, but can't get up against that outside wall coming out of 2. Robinson is keeping him at bay. Robinson is using the high line with Yo right behind him, and they are pushing it going into 3 and 4. Coming out, there's a little bit of rub coming off of the wall of 4 as Yo shoots past Barrier. Barrier is now in 5th place. The battle... Oh, sounds like somebody got a little bit sideways there. Somebody was struggling just a little bit. The yellow flag did come out. Let's go back and see what happened. Oh, Tyrone Yo got turned by Slim. Let's back it up and go back into Slim and see what happened. It looks like Slim... Yep. Let's go all the way back. It looks like Colton gets up there, pushes Tyrone just a little bit too much. Tyrone drops, trying to use Colton Lamford, and yeah, he dropped down and got right in front of Slim. Slim had nothing to do but hold the gas and hit the... He was trying not to kill Tyrone as Tyrone cut across his front end. So we're under caution again, ladies and gentlemen, with 27 laps left of the race. Yeah. No. 37 laps. 26 laps. My bad. 26 laps of the race is left. And we have individuals going in and getting brand new tires and topping off fuel. Let's see how this works out for them. I believe they should have 2 sets of tires left behind the wall just to be on the safe side. So the leader is James Nelson with Larry Stubblefield behind him. Kenneth Pack in 3rd place. Gregory Robinson, 4th place. Colton Lamford, 5th place. Tommy Osborne, 6th place. Michael Boone in 7th place. Doug Yates, 8th place. Ben Campbell, 9th place. Brandon Barrier, 10th place. Slim, 11th place. Tyrone Yo in 12th place. And Justin Smith in 13th. Smith is still laps down because of his car being wrecking and having to go into the pits. So Smith is out of the race according to the tracker. As the car comes through, the pace car comes through the Geico restart zone, we're going to watch again. Oops. We're going to let all the cars go again, and we're going to watch from the flag bearer and see what he has to see at this restart zone. I should have turned the audio all the way up for this one so that y'all can see the cars coming out of the turn where they're all at on the track. They're just now entering the backstretch halfway down, about to enter turn 3. The lights are out on the pace car. It is James Nelson, Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, Gregory Robinson, Colton Lamford, Tommy Osborne, Michael Boone, Doug Yates, Ben Campbell, Slim, Brandon Barrier, Tyrone Yo, and Justin Smith. We're about to get the green flag. Start the wave. They're green, green, green. Nelson is right on the outside. Kenneth Pack is on the inside. Larry Stubblefield drops right behind Nelson. Colton Lamford is behind Kenneth Pack. Larry Stubblefield still in second place. He's got Kenneth Pack on the inside as they come through the corners. Let's see how it works. You see the rubbing as they come through the corners. Somebody rubbed that outside wall just a little bit. Brandon Barrier's able to pass Tommy Osborne for 8th place. Larry Stubblefield has passed Kenneth for 2nd place. We have another blinker as Michael Boone starts blinking with Ben Campbell on his inside. Campbell's a little bit scared there. Boone blinks in and out as they go into turn 3. I don't know what just happened, but Kenneth Pack has lost momentum, folks. Brandon Barrier has crashed. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened. Brandon Barrier loses control right into Slim, moves to the inside of the field, staying out of the way of everybody else, so he is still good. The track should still be yellow. They are yellow. Let's go back and take a look at Kenneth Pack real quick, though. I want to see what happened to cause Kenneth Pack to drop so bad. We're going to look here and see. We'll watch Kenneth during this part of the race. So Kenneth gets a little bit squirrely. That shoots him on the inside of the back apron. Barriers behind him. Everybody's able because he lost momentum. And it just shoots Kenneth Pack all the way back to the back of the pack. We're still green here. Kenneth Pack is walking away. He got walked away from, should I say, because he went from 2nd place all the way back down to 7th place. Now the 2nd place is James Nelson, and Larry Stubblefield is your 1st place runner. Colton Lamford is in 3rd place. Behind him is Michael Boone, Gregory Robinson. Ben Campbell moves around Gregory Robinson. Colton Lamford is trying his best to hold Michael Boone back there. He wants to keep that 3rd place. He got a little bit loose coming out of the 4 and going into the tri-oval. Boone moves to the outside and is able to drag race his way around Colton Lamford because he got squirrely. But Boone is forced to the outside high. Ben Campbell is there, shoots below Colton Lamford. Oh, Ben Campbell is trying his best to keep Colton Lamford to his outside as he shoots to the inside and runs low around Colton Lamford. Kenneth Pack is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. He's back up through the field into 5th place as he goes around Colton Lamford. He's trying to use Ben Campbell to pull him around the track and get back up there where his spot was earlier in 2nd place. Ben Campbell gets moved to the middle of the track in turns 1 and 2. He's up against the wall as they come out of 2, cutting the nose off of Colton Lamford. Colton gives him a little bit of a push, but Kenneth Pack is right there side drafting. And as they go into 3, he's on the lower side. Oh, we had a flasher there for just a second. I don't know who blinked. Ben Campbell is in 4th place. Kenneth Pack is in 5th place. Michael Boone is in 3rd place. James Nelson 2nd place. Boone is right on Nelson's rear end as they go into 3, coming out of 4. Oh, my bad. 1 coming out of 2. As they shoot into 3, it's Nelson. Boone. Right behind him is Ben Campbell, Kenneth Pack, Colton Lamford, Slim, Gregory Robinson, Doug Yates, Tommy Osborne, and Tyrone Yo. Brandon Barrier is down Justin Smith is out of the race. We're watching as Ben Campbell is being on the move tonight. He might have found a track he really likes because he is working it, trying to hold off Kenneth Pack and catch up to James Nelson. Michael Boone overtakes Nelson going through the backstretch, entering into turn 3. He's on the inside. Ben Campbell's on the inside of Nelson. Boone shoots to the outside, stays up top using the heavy momentum. Campbell sees it and he stays behind Nelson. Pack is right on the back end of Ben Campbell. Larry Stubblefield is nowhere to be seen at the moment. Stubblefield has a good lead on Nelson because Boone lost it coming out of 2. Stubblefield is able to just walk away as Nelson and Boone hold each other up. As they enter into 3, Campbell pushes Nelson to the inside and around Boone. Ben Campbell is now in 3rd place. Kenneth Pack is right on his back door with Boone on the outside up against the wall. Ben Campbell shoots to the inside of Nelson. Pack is trying to stay behind Campbell. We're flashing just a little bit as we look at Michael Boone, who's flashing in and out. The excitement coming down the backstretch. Stubblefield has a second lead over everybody else. He is a good 10 car lengths ahead of the next person, who is James Nelson, with Ben Campbell knocking on his back door. Ben Campbell, Boone and Slim get side by side and bump as they come out of 4, but both of them are able to maintain and keep control. Slim has overtaken and is now in 5th place, overtaking Boone. Boone has been pushed up the track going into 1. Colton Lamford is coming to the inside, and he is trying his best to fall in line and to overtake Boone as well. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, they are side by side going into 3. Ben Campbell just got overtaken by Kenneth Pack. Kenneth said, "Thank you for the slingshot maneuver." Now he's right up on the bumper of James Nelson, and they are trying their best to catch up to Larry Stubblefield. Ben Campbell and Slim are door to door to each other going into 1. As they come out of 1, Ben Campbell's able to slingshot around Slim, going through the backstretch. Side by side is Nelson and Pack, though. Pack is right up against the wall with Nelson right outside of his door. Nelson drops to the inside. Campbell and Slim drop with Nelson to the inside. Pack is still right up in front in 2nd place of Nelson. Larry Stubblefield is entering and pulling away from all the battle behind him. We're 12 laps left of this 100 lap race, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Unfortunately, my voice is starting to crack just a little bit, so I'm having to get something to drink. We're 11 laps to go of this 100 lap race at the Mountain Bash 200 here in Auto Club in Southern California. Larry Stubblefield is your leader, folks. Kenneth Pax in 2nd place. James Nelson 3rd place. Ben Campbell 4th place. Slim is in 5th place. Michael Boone in 6th place. Tommy Osborne 7th place. Colton Lamford is moving around, and Tommy moves up to 6th place. Around Michael Boone, Colton Lamford is dropped to 8th place. Doug Yates is in 9th place. Gregory Robinson in 10th place. Tyrone Yo is in 11th place. Brandon Barrier appears to be out of the race or getting complete repairs done. 10 laps left to go. There is over 1.79 seconds between Larry Stubblefield and Kenneth Pack. The battle for second place is between Kenneth Pack and James Nelson. The battle for third place is between Ben Campbell and Slim Bowden. I believe that's Cody Bowden. Tommy Osborne is working his way up the field as fast as he can because he wants to catch it and close in on his buddy Larry Stubblefield, who is his teammate for Night Owl Sewing. We're watching as 9 laps now as the two for second place are fighting it out going through the restart zone. It is James Nelson in the 75 and Kenneth Pack in the 16. They are drag racing as much as they can, and both are pushing their cars to the limits as hard as they can to get around. We've had multiple multiple leader changes throughout the night, seeing one leader go from first place all the way back to 11th place at one point. Colton Lamford is in the pits now. As we're coming 7 laps left of the race, folks. It is Larry Stubblefield walking away with it. Kenneth Pack and James Nelson are giving it up just a little bit because their tires must be shot as they drove as hard as they could into this. Ben Campbell and Slim are in 4th and 5th place. Tommy Osborne is on his way. We're up to 6th place. Michael Boone is in 7th place. Doug Yates is in 8th place. Gregory Robinson, 9th place. Tyrone Yo in 10th place. We're 6 laps left of the race, folks. Who's going to be the movers and shakers and who's going to be pushing as hard as they can? Everybody from second on are pushing as hard as they can to try and catch up to Larry Stubblefield, who is just walking away from everybody else on the field. Kenneth Pack and James Nelson were fighting it out for second place, but it looks like Nelson has settled for third place, and he is pushing as hard as he can to get up there and close the gap. He does not want Ben Campbell or Slim to catch up to him and take away their top 3. Kenneth Pack and Nelson are not wanting to see their top 3 spots taken away from them. The top 5 is Ben Campbell and Slim Bowden, with Tommy Osborne doing his best in the last 5 laps to close the distance and get into the top 5. We're looking at Tyrone Yo as he is making his way up the field. He has moved up from 10th place to 9th, and he is coming up on Doug Yates, trying to shoot to the inside. He does move to the inside, but Tyrone was able to move around Doug Yates, pushing him back. Doug Yates has lost 2 positions, and Tyrone Yo has gained 2 positions. 4 laps left to go of the race, ladies and gentlemen. As we watch in the backstretch, somebody got into... Gregory Robinson tapped that wall just a little bit. Coming out of the pits now, looks like Colton Lamford. 3 laps left in the race. The race for first, second, and third is Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, and James Nelson. So we're moving back to see the race for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Right now, Michael Boone is trying his best to hold off Doug Yates. Michael Boone was all the way up to second place at one point. Now he's just fighting to stay alive in 8th place. Going into turn 3 on the inside, Smokey Robinson's running the low line. It looks like Tyrone Yo is staying on the high line. Smokey Robinson and Doug Yates are battling it out for 9th place. Michael Boone is holding them back, keeping them back there in 9th place. We're 2 laps left to go, ladies and gentlemen. The last 4 miles of the race has been a nail biter. Doug Yates is able to move around Gregory Robinson and take over 9th place. Let's see where Slim is. Slim has moved around Ben Campbell. Tommy Osborne is right behind him. They are final lap, ladies and gentlemen. 2 laps left to go of the race. Larry Stubblefield is your leader as they come through the backstretch. We're looking at Larry Stubblefield. He's just cruising around the rest of the track. Look back, Kenneth Pack is way far back there. So Stubblefield does not have to worry as he crosses the start-finish line. It is Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Slim, Ben Campbell, Tommy Osborne, Tyrone Yo is coming around, Gregory Smokey Robinson, Doug Yates, Michael Boone, Colton Lamford is pushing as hard as his little car will pedal to get that 11th spot. Brandon Barrier is doing his best to get around the track as fast as possible and keep 12th. Justin Smith and Sean Horlander are out of the race. Let's go back to the beginning where the leaders are at the beginning and in the scenic view, if I can find scenic. We will have the winners of the race line up and take the picture for the race for the night. It will be Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Slim, Ben Campbell, Tommy Osborne, Tyrone Yo, and Gregory Robinson. You saw a little bit of an interruption from Brandon Barrier as he interrupted Larry Stubblefield's burnout. This was a very fun, very interesting race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The points before the race. Oops. Let me hide this for a second. And here are the points after the race. Current race show. So, walking away from the race, Larry Stubblefield collected 30 points. Kenneth Pack collected 35 points. This is from the race total. This isn't with the benefits of the first place and second place of the stage wins. So I'll have to update that and get it to you. But the winner of the race is Larry Stubblefield, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson. So we'll go ahead. Let's go and talk to some of the drivers and see how they are feeling. After such a long race and whatnot. Gentlemen, that was one heck of a race y'all had there.
Well,
It was,
rough on the cautions, but that's
yeah.
all right.
The second stage was a caution fest. I will,
Well,
but
that's what happens when you have unlimited fast repairs.
I thought y'all only had one fast repair.
So did we.
Ah,
Talk to the person who built the race. I unfortunately cannot comment on the situation.
okay. Well,
Citrus fault.
okay. So, Larry, you were able to just run away with it there in that last pits after the second stage. You just ran away with it and left everybody in the dirt.
I don't know if I'd call it unlimited.
He had.
Getting clean air, I'm all right.
So, how does it feel to go from first to 12th and then back to first?
It's not fun.
What happened? I know you wasn't the fastest off of pit road after that first stage break, but what happened there to send you all the way to the back of the pack?
It didn't. I restarted pretty close to the front, and then caution came out, and the time
Ah, okay.
and then got track back there. Crazy.
Okay. Mr. Pack, your brother Scott says hi and to tell you that he hopes you have a good race and that you did good. So,
Yeah, he'll watch it later.
he was watching throughout the race, and
Okay.
so, how did you feel going whenever you were running second and all of a sudden you come out of 2 and lose control of it, and that sends you back to 8th?
Yeah, I had to use a little bit of talent. It about got away from it. Cost me quite a few positions, but I was able to get them back.
Yeah, you was on the move, so you got back up there real quick. It was probably about 10 laps and you were back up in the top 3. So, did anybody get scared by Slim?
Well,
Oh yeah, we were having conversations about it while we were racing around him, but he was not riding our door or anything. We were able to work with it, so we kept going.
Okay, because there
Wouldn't let me park it.
it wouldn't let you park.
No, he was going to park it several times. We kept telling him no because he really wasn't messing up the race.
Okay, well there was an incident, but it wasn't your fault. Where somebody got into you because they they basically trying to throw a block and they didn't see you, but it wasn't because you wasn't blinking or that you were blinking. It was because they just weren't paying attention at that time, and that brought out a caution there. So, now, James, you stayed up in the top 5 all night.
I did. Isn't that cool?
You led some of the laps there,
No.
especially whenever Kenneth and Larry both had screw-ups.
I mean, Larry hit it one point. We didn't screw up. But yeah,
Well,
no, give me a chance to have some fun and think I was fast until Larry came back. You know, whatever.
so were you working with anybody besides Kenneth to try and stay up there in the top 5?
Trying to drive as quick as I could and not burn up the tires too much. I burned them up a little bit on the last little stint there, but I really thought we were going to have another caution, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking another caution might come out around about lap 15 to go, but
Yeah. I
it
didn't
never
realize
did.
that Brendan had actually parked it.
Yeah.
That would have changed my thought process.
Yeah, that last caution that came out is what allowed us to make it to the end on fuel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that because I was wondering what the fuel strat. Y'all were running what, 30 laps on a tank of gas?
That last one was 34.
Okay, and that included the cautions though, so that got
Yeah.
you. That was able to save you a lot of trouble and heartache and everything.
mean,
So-
we probably got 9 laps out of the cautions because it should have been 24, 25 laps.
Well, now I will go into the system and update the points. I shot the screenshot of each stage break to you. It's posted on who the first stage and second stage winners were, and I can go in and update the driver's points after we get done here and everything. So, Tyler. Did he kind of dropped out and didn't say much else after he told you to go? So I'm guessing you've put him to bed already.
No, it's up there somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, La Flamme, Jason.
Jason LaFlamme. He's my nephew.
Okay. Well, yeah. James Bowden.
Slim.
That would be me.
Okay, is it Bowden or Bowden?
Bowden.
Bowden. Your new nickname, according to Jason, whatever, to James,
Dude, Jason. It's not hard.
to Jason has give you a new nickname. Your nickname is Slim Shady.
Well, Shady.
Yeah, because there were several times as you were going through the track and whatnot, you disappeared and would come back, disappear and come back, and he was like, "Hey, it's the real Slim Shady. He's shading in and out."
I'm gonna need a transcript of this.
So
Me too.
I'll send you. It's in my YouTube chat. He sent it to my YouTube chat. So
Oh, God.
anyway, Doug Yates, this is your first time racing with us in Next Gen. How did you enjoy it tonight?
I'd say it's probably one of the better races I've done in a long time.
I know you from somewhere else. I just can't remember. Is it from the crap? Go. No.
But not those kind of.
Is it from original Rebels or is it from Goat Locker?
No, I run in All American Racing League as well.
Okay. I've seen your name before, so that's why I was wondering if I knew you from somewhere else.